Episode 4, gentlemen. Who've we got?
Ross Wallace, ex-teammate of me in the Biggies, from Preston and Sunderland.
Mind out a few differences, didn't we? Because obviously in past podcasts I said that he were a little twat. He was a shoot too much. And I still stand by it now. Obviously in the episode I say you're right, Ross, but I stand by it now.
We've got a live show in 30 minutes, so we need to get our fingers out, because as always we're on the minutes. So should we get Ross in? But as always we need to say a very special thank you to O'Neills Sportswear for sponsoring not just this episode but the entire series.
Let's get him in.
So, you were never a massive drinker, were you?
Never a massive drinker, no.
And when you did drink, you used to lose your head a bit, didn't you? I'm thinking of the player of the year at Preston.
See, I can't remember this.
You must have had a good night and all then. But I can just remember, so they're doing auctions, like signed Pelly shirt, signed fucking Beckham shirt, whatever it were. And you must have had Tourette's that night, because you just kept putting your hand up.
You know what it was? We started the night and you need to put your hand in, didn't you? And pick a number. And you had to sit at a table, didn't you? So I've picked a number and I'm sat with the Liverpool legend, Lawrenson. Lawrenson, yeah. So I'm sat with him. And he was the most boring guy on earth. So I was like, and I wasn't a drinker, I was like, I need a pint. But then on the next table, you were on the next table behind me, weren't you? I was like, oh, fuck. So I'm sat having a few pints and that, and obviously the auction starts. And I've had a few, because I'm on this table, it's the boringest table ever. And he's on this table and it's loud, and I'm like, oh, fuck, I wish I was on his table. And he's sat right there behind me, and I'm like, oh my God. Here we go. The first one goes up. I could hear you nudging the back of the chair. I've had a few. He's like,
sat back to back, like.
Yeah, the round tables.
Yeah,
I'm like that. You ain't fucking buy that, you. You fucking what? Hand up. You bought about 5, didn't you?
I think I bought 2. I bought a Giggs, I bought a Ronaldo. Oh, fuck it. I'd gone.
But it ended up being a few quid, I think, if I remember right.
Yeah, I'm not saying how much it was, yeah. But it cost us a few quid. I blame you for that. You were nudging the back. Go on me, man, you could do it.
It was as if it were like a competition. I went, he's got more money than you, Roscoe. 750. Yes.
No, it done me as well. The 3-2-1. No, the guys doing the auction. Going once, going twice, and then you could like bang in the back of the chair. Go on, Roscoe. I was like,
I'm nudging the guy next to me. I'll get him to go again here. I'll get him.
You still got them all?
I've still got them all, yeah. I might need to sell them. I'm going to pay the gas bill.
Obviously all teammates at Preston, but should we go back to the start?
Yeah,
actually,
Sunderland
before
and
that,
Preston, can't we?
yeah, we've got to mention the viral shot of the note. Was it against Huddersfield? Yeah. Did you read it?
I never even read it. You know what it was? I can't remember the time in the game. It was like 5 minutes to go or something. He's not much like you chuck the centre half up, chuck the goalie up, whatever. You're trying to get back in the game. They're passing the note round. It's taking ages. What the fuck? What are they doing past this note
It was a
coming
thing
around?
for that. It was a thing for a bit, weren't it? Where there were quite a few teams.
I think they still do it now.
They're still doing it now.
They still do it.
It takes about 5 minutes for everybody to read it. Yeah, so I went round about 3 or 4 people. And then obviously Kachunga, I think it was, stood next to me and just a wee bit of banter. I'll go and like get the note off him. And I wasn't even reading, I was just trying to get a reaction out of him. Before you know, I went in, obviously after the game, my phone's just blowing up. Like, all of my mates and I like, brilliant. Like, but I didn't even read the note of that. Initially when it was happening, I was like, what are you doing? Went past 3, 4, 5 people before it came.
Yeah.
So I just put the ball in the box. There's about 3 minutes left.
Was he fuming?
He was fuming a wee bit.
He didn't see the funny side, did he?
Put a little bit on me at the end. But it settled in.
I remember watching it and just thinking that is
Typical him.
classic Wallace.
Classic Wallace, yeah.
Petty, maybe a bit childish.
I know you said we're not going to Preston, but your trademark at Preston was them bloody light switches, man. We'd all be sat in the corner, say, just having whatever, and he'd be speaking to, say, Baz Nicholson in the other corner. They'd both walk out, next minute, darkness.
Every fucking day.
I like that, mate.
I think I've got there must be something wrong with me or something. That every room I went in, there were just like lights out. Because at Springies, it's like a dark place, isn't it?
Oh, aye.
It's like a dungeon in
There
there.
were no windows in our changing room.
We just walk off
There's no
chuckling
air
to
corner
yourself.
windows in there.
Yeah, so he walked off laughing at himself. Well, like,
It's fucking done
Ross
it again.
innit?
So, you know, first couple of times, sound. But you know, like when it gets to Thursday, he's done it Monday, Tuesday. It's Thursday now, and he's done it last Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday as well.
I think it was funny because you used to have a bath every day, didn't you?
Yeah.
You just see him in the bath. I was a fucking hell, big man. Shave that back.
Did you used to turn the washing machines off and on?
Oh yeah, that was Dave, wasn't it, Kitman?
Because you were tight, weren't you?
Yeah, we used to like wind each other up all the time. Dave was a brilliant guy. He was like the best, worst kitman ever.
Yeah.
But he was what a guy, brilliant guy. But he used to do stuff to me. I used to come in the morning, pick your kit up, and then like that, it slips up, you go like that. He's slid loads of deep heat in my slips. So all the stuff I've done to him, like he's got back to me, fucking balls are roasting for days.
The kit man, like.
Yeah, he's like Dave the Kitman, brilliant fella, right? Good lad. But yeah, I've done him a couple of times with a washing machine because he liked to go away. He like to get away early, about 2-3 o'clock. Kitmen are usually there, no washing the kit till 5-6 o'clock at night. So every now and then, when he's washing all the dirty kit, bang, washing machines off. So all the kit's sitting in all the mud on the washing machines. So you need to take it all back out again, let it cycle through, and you need to wash all the kit. So you need to stay till about 5-6 o'clock at night. When you're driving home, you're just like, "Wash, you fucking little bastard!"
Again, petty and childish.
I think you had the last
Honestly,
laugh
washing
there.
machines are.
Talking about the boots and the kit and all that, was it at that era at Celtic that you were doing them? The lads were doing them?
Yeah, I'd probably say my age group is probably the last of the, when you had to do the jobs. Like, do you remember you had the communal baths and stuff?
Yeah.
Doing the boots, you do all the kit, you be in the laundry, doing everything. They don't do much nowadays, do they? They get away with loads.
Were you in digs and everything?
Yeah, I was in digs, the digs were a good laugh. It was me, Michael Gardine, who was another bit of a madman. He stitched me up one time as well, with Paul Lambert. So when Lambo was in Dortmund, remember the Diodora boots with the big yellow tip?
Oh, aye, lovely.
Beauties.
Oh, beauties. So Lambo used, we were just in, and obviously we were doing all the boots in the boot room at Celtic Park, and he used to do his boots himself. Nobody touched my boots. So obviously, I've only been in a couple of weeks, and like, one of the lads is like, I think it was a wee Midge, Lambo wants his boots done. He wants them done quite quick, so you need to do them now. So then I've got, remember the polish, the big black polish? I've got the brush, and I've got Lambo's Diodoras like that, scrubbing them right over the yellow Diodora sign and that. And Lambo was like very precious about his boots, done them himself. Nobody touched my boots. Before I could just hear, because the reserve team changing room was at Celtic Park as well. And the first team lads were there. You little bastard! He comes running in the changing room. Who's done my boots? No, when your heart sinks. I was like, oh my God, I fucked this. He sent me out running round the pitch, 10 laps of the pitch.
A player did?
Lambo, yeah.
But he's a player at the time?
Yeah, he was playing at the time.
And he made you run around the pitch?
Yeah, he was making me run round the pitch. Yeah, lads done me up with kipper.
So you had no authority really to make you run around the pitch.
No. But
you ran around the pitch.
But that's the way it was back then, you know what I mean? You're in amongst the first team lads, in the changing room, picking up the slips, all flying past your head, you know what I mean? In with the first team lads.
Some big
I
names
must
in
say,
that.
the changing room of that, but growing up in that changing room was brilliant. We like something.
Terrorise you.
Oh yeah, just terrorise your life out, yeah.
By the way, did you get that? Yeah, the Terrorisers bit were brilliant.
Yeah, I know.
Everybody loved it. We all loved it, didn't we?
Oh, it's like,
Do you love it looking back though, or did you love it at the time?
I loved it at the time. I was quite different because I was not a Glasgow lad. So when you play for Celtic, usually you come through the Celtic boys clubs. So I came from the north. So we used to stay in digs. So we were always at Celtic Park. 24/7 we were there. The Glasgow lads used to just go home. You know what I mean? Finish their jobs and off you go home. We used to just hang around in that and get to know the first team lads. It was brilliant. But so he was very humorous, but he was on you. He was very much on you. I think we played Falkirk in the Cup. The manager made a few changes and a few of the younger lads would play. And I done well, I think I scored a couple, but then after the game, you do the media. After the game, I was only 17 or something at the time. But you know when the press asks questions, you're a young lad, who's your favourite player, who do you look up to, all that sort of nonsense. So I was just like, yeah, Ryan Giggs is like a player I look up to, my favourite player and stuff like that. The paper the next day, Ross Wallace wants to be like Ryan Giggs in the paper. So as you go in the changing rooms to do your jobs, picking it up, it's just big sooty sun and like that. Opens the paper up and it's got the headline like that. Fucking Ryan Giggs. You'll never be like Ryan Giggs, mate. Just fucking straight on you right away, you know what I mean? Just to bring you down a peg or two.
Yeah.
I know, it was the shittest fucking London accent.
I was just thinking, is he Chinese son or?
Oh, but he just opened up the paper and you just know right away.
So he just batters you straight away. Not even really a gag about it. Just, you'll never be fucking Ryan Giggs, mate.
You'll never be Ryan Giggs, mate.
Shut the paper.
Just stitch you up a kipper. But to be fair, they were brilliant. In that changing room. Lambo, I think you for a bit of you worked with Lambo as well, didn't you?
What was that as a player?
Brilliant.
Professional?
Yeah, really professional, yeah. Just probably likes a good laugh, away from the changing rooms. Well, in the changing rooms and that, but as soon as you start training, it's like that. Like the top players, mentality switch, we're training. This is serious now. And he was some player. Probably the most underrated player I've played with. I thought he was unbelievable. In that group, like Larson, Sutton, Lennon, Petrov, that Martin O'Neill sort of area, all the big boys. I thought Lambert was top.
So I've been to 2 clubs with you. How were you going from Dundee moving to a big club like Celtic? Because you were quiet both times you came to Sunderland and Preston. You were quite quiet, kept yourself to yourself. But what were you like as a young lad going into digs at a massive club like Celtic?
I hated it. First couple of weeks, I hated it. It was like moving away from home. But I think that set me up, like later down the line. It's like anybody, like you move away from, you get homesick a little bit, you know what I mean? Honestly, for 6 weeks, I hated it. But then I think what happens is you start to play a few games and you start getting noticed a little bit and you get a bit of confidence, you put playing the under-18s. So I went through quite quickly, which sort of hindered me a little bit.
Because O'Neill was manager, but was it John Robertson?
Yeah, John Robertson.
Who took a liking to you?
Yeah, John Robertson was a winger, you know what I mean? The old Nottingham Forest winger.
Yeah, won the European Cups with Forest, didn't he?
Won the European Cups and that, yeah. So he took a bit of a shining to me. I always say you need a bit of luck in football. I've had little bits of luck, obviously, with Keane coming to Celtic and getting the Sunderland job and me getting a move to Sunderland. These are just little bits of luck, you know what I mean? John Robertson being there, being a winger, taking a shine to me. That was my way into the first team. So I think the players, you've got talent, but I think you do need a bit of luck down the way, you know what I mean?
How was your experiences with O'Neill? I know he's assistant or first team coach like you, but the manager's still got to like you, hasn't he?
Yeah, obviously the manager's obviously got to like you, but I think you've respected like Robbo, Stevie Wolford, like their opinions, you know what I mean? But Martin obviously liked me, as a young player as well. We're a good group there, to be fair. Obviously you had McGeady, myself, Sean Maloney, John Kennedy, brilliant players. John Kennedy, if he never got his injury, would have been unbelievable player. We'd be playing in the Premier League, no doubt about it. When we should have, like young v old, at Celtic with Larson, Sutton, he used to hold his own. Very good. No many kept Larson quiet. He was brilliant.
What's the age difference between you and McGeady?
Aiden's a year younger than me, yeah.
So is it, what it's like when you're a young lad, if there's a player who plays in a similar position to you that's younger than you, and you think, fuck me, he's
not bad him.
He's decent. Was there a bit of that where you thought, I need to do well here, or else this fucker's going to overtake us?
Yeah, that's why I probably left and went to Sunderland, because it was like, ended up, Aiden was playing off the left. Then Sean Maloney ended up as a striker, he played off the left slightly as well. I was like, there's too many bodies here. These Aiden, you could tell, was top at the time. I was like, oh, for fuck's sake, Aiden, you're killing me here.
At what stage did you think, because obviously a massive club like that, what stage did you think, I've got half a chance here?
I don't think I ever did.
Did you not? Did you never feel like you were an established first teamer?
Nah, towards the end, where I was like, when Strachan was there, he ended up playing me left back. I was like, I'm not a left back, like I'm a left winger. I can see why he put me at left back, because when we played at Celtic Park, teams used to sit like in a low block, so you end up playing like a winger. You know what I mean? You don't defend, so you can see the idea of it. But then started playing like away games and that. You know, when teams are booming balls to the back post, and you got big strikers like yourselves coming over the top of you at the back post and that. Like, So when I moved to Sunderland, I was like, I need to get back playing as a winger here.
You played in cup finals, hadn't you? You'd scored hat-tricks for Celtic. Like, at that point, did you not feel, I mean, I've made it, I'm established, yeah?
Nah, I never felt like that. I always think you've got to look at the lads, you've got to be quite honest, you know what I mean? You're like lads like Aidan and Sean, they were talented lads, really good players. So I wasn't going to play week in, week out, but I just look back at my time at Celtic and think it was like apprenticeship, you know what I mean? If I had a really good apprenticeship, I managed to like play in a couple of cup finals and that for Celtic, which
Champions League as well.
Opportunity to play for Celtic is like, what an experience it is, brilliant.
Yeah.
But I never felt like ever I was like, right, I'm playing week in, week out. That was one of the reasons why I left, because I wanted to go and experience having a season playing every week.
Yeah.
So what age did you leave? 20?
I think I was 20, 21, I think, yeah.
What was Roy Keane like when he came in as a player?
Brilliant.
Would you standoffish? Like,
No, cause he used to come and be with the young lads, because after training we used to go and do the gym sessions, and obviously Roy, I thought he would have went and be with the more experienced lads, but he sort of hung around the younger ones, I think, because we were quite a funny bunch, you know what I mean, the younger ones, and he sort of like took a shine to us a little bit. So we used to go and do gym sessions in the afternoon, and Keno used to come and do all the sessions with us, doing the gym sessions and that, just having a bit of banter. Kind of like the way you see him now on the overlap.
Do you think that almost to do with the fact that the other lads didn't really want much to do with him? The older lads?
No, I think Roy he likes to keep his distance, you know what I mean?
So it was his choice more than...
I think it was his choice, yeah.
We're going for something to eat, but don't ask fucking Roy.
Yeah,
they've gone for something to eat again. I'll have to go and do some weights with young pups.
Yeah, one of those ones, yeah. But listen, he was brilliant. I think he bought... I'm not sure if it's a true story or not, but at Celtic Park, they used to have loads of fans outside, Monday to Friday for training, getting autographs and that. And I'm pretty sure, because they used to come in with Range Rovers, the older lads, the nice cars and that. And I'm pretty sure Roy bought like a little banged out Polo, and he used to come in and go in the back door.
Nobody.
You know what I mean? Yeah, just because they weren't coming up and that, none of the fans would turn an eye, you know what I mean? They're all waiting for the big cars to see who's the players. I'm pretty sure he used to come in out the back door, because the training ground used to be about a mile down the road. So you used to get in your cars and go to the training ground and then get the cars back up. And all the fans would wait at the stadium. But I'm pretty sure he bought like an old Polo or something, and he'd just come in the back door and then off he went.
Trojan horse, I like it.
Just leaves it like on the street next to it, like pulls up to his Range Rover and half that road.
Just swaps it
gets
over.
Out and gets in that.
So did you have any inkling that he liked you as a player?
Not really. No, not really, no. The only thing I did, obviously moving on a little bit, is when I moved to Sunderland, I was like, because we played in the cup final, it was the Jimmy Johnson Cup final, and I played left back in that final. And obviously when it came through that Sunderland were interested before I left, I was like, I need to ask the question here. I'm like, are you signing me as a left back, or because I want to go and play as a winger again? But eventually, down the line, I asked that question. He was like, Lord, I've signed you to be a winger. I know you're not left back. I was like, thank fuck for that.
Cheers, Roy.
Because he didn't, man, there's talk of him not getting on with Strachan, isn't he? How was he with you, Strachan?
The thing is, it's a hard one for me, because Strachan played me in some of the cup finals and that, and I got a lot of game time in that. He was really good on the grass. It was different for Martin, you know. Martin had his players. Gordon wanted to coach a little bit on the pitch. Martin was different, but I'm not sure. Yeah, Roy was having him a lot. I don't think they see eye to eye, which you could see why. He's got that personality, and Gordon. Yeah, he was tough, and he was hard to impress. Obviously, I've seen that with one of the Champions League nights with me and Aidan. Yeah, he was a bit ruthless.
Would he give you some stick?
Eh?
What did he give you?
No, so I used to take a few of the younger lads to European nights. So now you train in the stadium the night before. So you got there early, like 1 o'clock. So it was like, there's a day bed, go for a little kip. in the afternoon, and so me and Aidan, I think I relied on him to put the alarm on. So went for a wee kip. We were training at 7 o'clock that night. Bang, bang, bang on the door. No, when you're spooked and you get up, open the door. Big David Marshall standing at the door. So I was like, oh, for fuck's sake! So no, you've got your kit. So I was like, Aidan, fucking get up. So I was flinging our kit on that, but no, when you could just see the door. Big Marcy standing at the door of the hotel door, and I was like, double take. I'm like, he's covered in mud. You know, the goalies are all diving about. He was covered in mud, and I was just like, and he's pissing himself laughing. Big Marcy's pissing himself laughing. He's like, lads, he went, I'm just back for training. You've slept through the whole session. I was like, oh my God, fucking hell. Yeah. So I was like, oh shit.
Instant jelly belly, that.
Yeah, and we're only young lads as well.
You know you're in deep shit.
Only a young lad.
Yeah. Yeah, so just go, fuck. So it was me and Aidan away doing just like pure white. Just
Did you put your kit on though?
Yeah,
I'll train if you want, Gaffer.
You want to go back to the stadium again? Nah, so Gordon, to be fair, Gordon was all right about it. He just went, you know, when you don't say anything, that's even worse.
Disappointed.
Yeah, he just like going down the stairs like that. He was just like...
Neither of you two were going to be involved the following night? You were just there as young pups?
I think we were like, potentially could have been on the bench, and I think Aidan was always involved, but you're always hoping as young lads you'd be on the bench. But just like, you just went, okay. Just like, oh shit. And then I say, you're away, you know what I mean? But
this is a genuine question, by the way. I'm not taking the piss.
Yeah.
How many times have you taken your top off celebrating a goal that's led to a red card?
I think that's 3?
I think it's more than that.
More than that?
I thought it was 3 at Sunderland, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think it was 3 at Sunderland, yeah.
Definitely one at Preston, Birmingham.
Yeah, I always think though the winning goals, you know what I mean? Scored the winner.
It's all right then. It's all right.
No, I used to always think, I used to tell my dad, so I used to watch, remember as a young kid, you used to watch the Italian football. Remember Channel 4 on a Sunday?
Yeah.
And you see the Italians score a goal and the top's off and that. I was football daft. I loved football. So I was just thinking, oh, this is brilliant. When I score, top's off. Whoa, yeah, let's go. I always blame my old man for that, watching like Golazio like on the Italian football. I think that's where it came from. I don't know why I kept doing it.
That was his first game. Derby won it. That exact technique. You got the winner, top off, round the head. But you didn't get sent off that day.
No, I only got booked.
Yeah,
Did you score? You scored first, didn't you?
I got the first and you got the second one.
Yeah.
To win 2-1.
2-1.
Oh, so it was.
But that's when we first got the glimpse of the... Couldn't catch him either, by the way. He had that technique where you'd get to the fans, but then run that way along. So everyone's trying to catch him.
I mean, you were never fat, but you were never fucking six-pack ripped up, were you?
No, I was...
You're not arsed?
No arse, yeah, no for me. I always think you get to a certain weight. If I could run hard for 90 minutes, I'm happy with that. Going through all the stress, like shredding and stuff like that, yeah. I know Keno was into that. So.
I would have never took mine off.
The one at Hull. Remember the Hull?
That big hairy back.
It's, by the way, it's fucking vetoed now. Oh, it's a pleasure. You can eat your dinner off it.
Did you know you used to get the lads to beat your back?
I used to get lads to, shave it.
Sleeves
I've shaved it,
Yeah, you've shaved it. Sleeves,
Honourable club.
Sleeves, were good. Sleeves would do fucking anything
Did
for
a good job.
Stephen Elliott, yeah. Sleeves it, the back knees doing Friday night, hotel. Like a Turkish barber, bless him.
Friday night, like that, eating your dinner, I'd go up, walk up the stairs, see the doors open, Natu's doors open, the clippers are out, shaving his back.
It's a bit of context. Keane absolutely loved him and Liam Miller.
Yeah.
You know, probably going back from
I wouldn't go that far, eh?
Telling you now.
Yeah.
Going back from the Celtic days, but after evening a meal on a Friday, he'd sit with yous, wouldn't he, and tell stories and this and that. But anyway, Hull away, was that your first red?
That was my first, that was the first one, yeah.
Got the winner, 90th minute, shirt off, early bath.
So how many games are you into
I might have been playing in that.
being at the club here?
Am I playing in that?
Mate, nah, I think it'll have been after you left.
So first game, debut.
They were a good side.
So debut, shut off, yellow card. I'm assuming he's told you don't do that again.
Yeah, he came in, to be fair, he was all right with me because I played with him at Celtic. So he was a little bit, I'd got a little bit of leeway. He just came in after the game. He he wasn't happy, but we did win. It was a last minute winner. We got 3 points.
Yeah.
And but I've done my calf as well. I think I had a dead leg, so I was sitting on the floor like that. And he came in and just fucking volleyed me in the calf, booted me. He was like, 2 weeks' wages.
You said he was all right about it. He'd kick you and give you 2 weeks fine.
Yeah. But then he never fined me, to be fair.
He had a pop he had a pop of you for doing it one time, I remember. A proper, I know we're getting a result, but he had a proper go at you, and he just turned around and went, fuck me, you want to talk? And
Yeah, I think that was later on, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I think when he initially came in, he was like a wee bit raging, like just booted me on the calf. It was like 2 weeks' wages. Then obviously once he's done his team talk and it's settled and he's going in the changing room, and then he was coming over and like, what are you doing? And I remember him going, I don't know why you keep doing it. I went, it's not as if you've got the physique to take your top off of you.
That's what I was alluding to.
Yeah, but then, and I was like, yeah, you've got a cheek getting sent off when you're sent off every fucking 5 games. But
And he took the big time shouting, didn't he? Did he say something like, yeah, and it's fine, it cost us 200 grand, it's all right.
oh yeah,
Something like that, wasn't it?
But those were the little one-liners where, you know what I mean? He was quite good.
Speaking about Portugal, I think I've told about it before when it was the first mid-season trip and we were on eggshells, weren't we, really?
Yeah. We were on eggshells with that, yeah. What are you alluding to there?
Just I think we got beat the next game when we got back and he had to go at everybody for not going out.
See what chance you got, man.
I expect
So you had that over you a little bit, you know what I mean? Because, you know, like he used to go out and have a pint with the lads when he was at Man United as a player and that, you know, he loved a night out. But we weren't great, weren't we? I think we played, was it Sporting Lisbon or something, one of these Portuguese teams, and we weren't great, we got beat. So the lads were like, oh, because we had planned to get a night out. So every time you go in pre-season, you get one night out, don't you? So other lads were like, nah, like, it's not the right time.
Gone.
Yeah, no. Then obviously, I think we come back, I think we had a training session the next day and he's had a pop at us in the meeting, hasn't he? Basically saying, I give you a night out. I'm sitting there waiting for you. I'm coming to get you out of jail. Like at night, he says, and you're all sat in your rooms playing your PlayStations. He was like having a pop at us for no going out.
That's what I mean.
But no, that's the way I was like, I don't fucking hell, I should have went out now.
Yeah, well, but what chance you got with that?
Yeah, it's the psychological thing of, is he being serious? Is he not being serious? When
Especially, I'm not sure timing wise, but remember when he left 3 lads, didn't he? When they were late for the coach.
Yeah, I think
Stokesy.
that was Stokesy, wasn't it?
So is this after that?
I think no. This
Yeah, it will have been.
was that after. Yeah,
Because
that's
it was just
in
early
season,
on,
wasn't it?
It was early on when he did that with them 3, weren't it?
No, it was the season they got promoted, but I'd left, so it'll have been like the back end. I
Right,
think they could have getting promoted.
The 3 lads are 5-10 minutes late for it, or whatever, they were late for the coach, get left fucking like totally fucked off. You can't expect to think, oh, I'll tell you what, I'll go for a night out and get arrested and shag a prosy and the gaffer will be sound. You know what I mean? What?
But we used to hear people being late and spoke off about Clive Clark. There's 2 people that I know openly didn't get on with him. That was Clarkey and Dave Connolly. For some reason, I don't know if it went back to the playing days, they just didn't get on. And I should have worded you up about this, but remember when Dave was late for a meal in Portugal? It was one of the most awkward things ever.
Yeah, because obviously Dave was a little bit older as well, wasn't he? So it was a little bit frosty.
It was frosty at the table, and everyone was like kind of saying, oh, Dave's got to get this. You know, like half stirring the pot a little bit.
I'll late.
By the way, you loved stirring the pot as well.
Oh, well, maybe not with Dave, because I was only 19 at the time, so it was everybody else that was like, well, you've got to get this, Dave. But he was quite stubborn, Dave, wasn't he? Like,
Yeah.
And he just sat there, just didn't speak to anybody, just refused.
Are we talking 5 minutes late, 10 minutes late?
It didn't matter with him, probably only 5 minutes.
Yeah, so he weren't like
you're
late.
No.
If you're late, you're late. Doesn't matter how long to him.
But I just remember thinking, I'm glad I'm not involved in this. It was so awkward.
I
I
don't
don't
want
even think he paid it in the end, because saying he had to pay the whole bill for the squad.
So has he announced that when he's finally arrived, right, you're paying the bill?
It'll probably been after. I think when the bills come, Keane's obviously went, oh no, he'll, and Dave just brushed it off.
Said no.
Yeah.
I think I'm going down that route though.
He had that about him though, Dave, didn't
Yeah.
he? Like he was a confident guy, wasn't he?
Yeah.
You knew what he
I
wanted
liked
and
him.
that. Yeah, he was his own personality, wasn't he? To stand there and hold your own against you know.
Do you think there was a bit of a battle in himself with the reputation that he gained as a player of this hard man and take no nonsense to his actual personality that maybe you see more now?
I think so. Because when he was at Sunderland, I think because he comes straight out of playing, like you've still got that personality for a player, like you say, you know what I mean? I think you're right, yeah. I think he just never overcome that. It's just, if you just, all the lads were like, just relax a little bit, you know what I mean? Because, like you say, I think a few lads have said the standards that he was expecting. We weren't in Man United, were we? We had good players, no, for the Championship when we went in Premier League. We were decent players. We weren't in Man United, but I just think his expectation of the players, I just thought, just give the players just a little bit of leeway, you know what I mean?
You'd have already seen that insight into what he's like as a character at Celtic.
Yeah, obviously when he signed me, because it was the Celtic lads, signed Man United lads and Irish lads. When he first came, didn't he? I think so. We had a little bit of leeway to the lads that were already there.
Did you meet him for contract negotiations, like?
I went in a couple of times for contract negotiations, yeah. When I got to the Premier League, I think he signed Kieran Richardson. I had like 10 games in my contract, so it was like review my contract. So it was like, I never heard renew, it was review. You know what I mean? So it was like, yeah, I've reviewed it, you don't get a contract. I was like, cheers.
See, there's that little misspelling.
Yeah,
Little things in it.
Yeah, I've reviewed it, you don't get a contract.
Tell the one when you came down to sign, when you met him, did you go at the hotel?
No, obviously I'd already signed, so it was me and Stan Varga. We went and met, so Roy was staying, what was the hotel? In Durham. We used to stay Ramside, yeah. But I think he had like a village, a farmhouse right at the back of it. And we're up the country roads trying to find it, and my friend finally found it, and obviously this was like Roy's banter. I thought it was pretty shy, like, but so he's got me, my agent, and obviously Roy and Tony Loughlin and Loco, the first team coach. He's got like 3 chairs, and I'm like, so my agent sat down, Roy and Tony's like, so he's, oh, sorry Ross, I'll get you a chair. Goes through to the kitchen and brings through a high chair.
You've enjoyed that one too much.
Roscoe, there's only you around the table don't think that's incredible crap. Everybody else is like that, shoulders going.
Just pure straight face. He just carries through, right, Ross, he's just... And then he tries to lift me into it, you know what I mean? He picks me up, he's trying to put me in it.
The lift!
Not the lift.
But just to break the ice, you know what I mean? That was quite funny. I was like, you fucking bastard, you've done me there.
Did you ever see anybody cross him?
Dino was the only one that sort of...
Dean White.
Go back.
Yeah, I'd left, but it was at Northampton in the cup.
Yeah, I think we actually won the game, did we? But we were stinking. It's one of those games, you know, where lads just win, get through. But obviously his standards was like, no, I want to play well, but we should be beating these teams. And that's when he kung fu'd the board, wasn't it? He started going for everybody. He just comes in, tactics board, bang! And all the little markers are just flying everywhere. And Keane's not even finished his rant yet. And remember Cookie's underneath the seats and that, trying to get the little markers and that. You know, the lads like, Cookie, just fucking leave the marker.
Just get him in a minute.
Just get him in a minute. Yes. And I think he obviously starts having a pop at one or two of the players. And I think Dean Whitehead in it, Dino, stood up and had a bit of a go back at him. I can't remember what he says, but he was just like...
slapped him on the top of the head.
Yeah, I think he had clipped him in the back of the head.
Oh, clipped too?
Keane clipped Dino.
What, palm or?
I'm guessing.
Yeah, just like a little bang, you know what I mean?
Like a school kid.
To be fair, Dino's got something about him, and he was the captain. So I think he made a point to go after Dino a little bit because he was the skipper, wasn't he? So I think it was like it's premeditated a wee bit to get a reaction.
Were you on the trip with the water park?
See, I can't remember. I think you've told the story about the water park, haven't you?
Roscoe got his armbands on.
I've got the water wings on.
He walked in, rolling his hand. Yeah, just one and a kid.
Yeah, 30 plus a baby. Yeah, I think I was the one Loco was running about with Roy's the mats and that, wasn't it? Mm-hmm. Roy, he goes down the slide, but not the ones where you need a mat to go on the slide. obviously Tony, Loco, what a brilliant, he was done brilliant for me, getting me a job at Burnley and that, so I don't want to have a pop, but Loco was just, so Roy would just walk up the stairs and Loco's behind him.
Carrying his maps?
Carrying his floats, you know what I mean? I was like, I'm pretty sure Roy could get his own float. Loco's behind him holding his. Gino's just away up the stairs like that. Oh, back on the slide again.
So, for anybody who's not heard that episode, because it was quite a long time ago, wasn't it? That you pre-season trip, and then Roy Keane said we're going to a water park, and but he just absolutely loves it.
Yeah, bear in mind it was early stages, so we were shit scared of him. So the last thing we thought we'd see was him telling us to get kicked out for all going down this
Slide together.
Slide. Yeah. But because after the fun for about half an hour, aren't they? You go on them all and you're like, we'll have a sit down. Him and Loco, straight at the bottom.
Not so much Loco.
Yeah, Loco didn't even like it. He just had to. All the lads just bored at their face, just lying on the beds, weren't they? Like, when we're getting out of here? And we're like in amazement. We're like, we're just seeing Roy Keane and Tony Loughlin just running about the slides. I'm going on the red one.
I'll race you, you go the yellow one.
I was like, are you seeing what I'm seeing here?
Again? Loco, again.
And then he's telling us to get kicked out.
Get the mats, Loco.
What did you just say? Right, lads, we're all getting kicked out.
Well, all he is down there. I'm like, all right, okay. Head first. Whistles.
I did miss the bus one time at Sunderland. That I think it was Greg Halford. I'd got bombed at the time. I think Greg's been on here, isn't he? Greg got bombed at the time, and so when we were at Ramside at the hotel, we used to get the bus to the stadium. I missed the bus to the stadium, so I got a taxi. I was on the bench, but you never knew if you're on the bench or not until you got to the stadium. So the bus took off. When you come down the stairs, I'm like waiting for the bus. I'm like, where's the lads? And the woman at reception's like, oh, your team have gone. And I was like, oh, you're fucking joking.
Is this another, like, you miss training, like the stomach just goes and you're like,
yeah, I was like, oh my God.
I think this might be worse because it's like on the day of the game.
Yeah, I've got away with this, by the way. So probably still doesn't know about this. And I go, so I says, can you phone me a taxi, please? So I got a taxi to the stadium. So I'm parked outside the front stadium light. All the lads are already jumping out straight in. But no, in the changing rooms, you remember? There's a door at the back, wasn't there?
Yeah.
There was an AstroTurf at the back of the changing room. And Roy was doing his team talk before the game. And I could hear him talking, but nobody's clocked that I'm not there. Right. Don't think that's a good thing or not. but so I just stood at the door. So I know he went out the front entrance because there was two ways into the dressing room. But I was like, oh, fucking hell. So I just stood there. So I don't think it was Greg Halford wasn't in the squad, so it was me and him stood there. And he's going on his team talk, and he went out there, and I just slipped back in. No. And I could see like Miller and Sleevesy and that pissing themselves laughing because obviously I'm saying, don't say anything. They could see me, so I'm peeking my head round the corner, from the AstroTurf into the dressing room, and Roy's got his back to me doing a team talk, but they're facing Roy.
Oh no!
You know what I mean? So I'm going because you know what Miller's like. Miller was brilliant, wasn't he? What a laugh! What a guy! And I could see him. He's like, obviously he's facing him, and I'm behind him, and I'm going
Oh, so you're not even like guilty, like you're not feeling terrible, like.
No, really, because I've actually got a thing. I think I've got away with it because a few of the lads are outside the dressing room and they've not noticed yet.
If you're not going to get away with it, the worst way to not get away with it is him turn around and you're going,
oh yeah,
drawing attention to yourself.
Shit. Yeah, sort of.
Mid tongue flick.
mid-malt.
But I'm trying to make the lads laugh and that. But I know Yorkie's there as well, and he's like trying to laugh. I see him. He was trying not to laugh as well because he used to sit in the corner like all the lads. Brilliant. And I just sneaked in and got away with it.
What, and put your kit on and what's up?
Yeah, just like, because you used to wear suits to the game, didn't you? I just slipped in. Roy went out that door, and as he went out, I just scooped in the back door. I got away with it.
That's a big fine, that, isn't it?
Yeah, that's heavy.
In hindsight, what you should have done is open the door, just put your hand round, turn the light off, open the door, run in, sat down, and then let's fucking turn the light off. Make sure you can hear your voice.
Quick drinks break, gents, to talk about our favourite VPN service, NordVPN.
We've been watching out.
No, I've not actually. I've not had time. I'm busy, but I have got a couple of lads on it because they're going to Benidorm for Cheltenham.
Right. Oh, they're there whilst Cheltenham's on.
They're well Cheltenham, so they'll be able to watch.
Bounce the location
back, and they'll be able to do whatever they need to do while
Yes.
they're in Benidorm.
Yes.
Say no more, John.
I like it. Because if you don't already know what NordVPN is, like John's just said, you can bounce your location from anywhere in the world and bounce your location from the UK to over 111 different locations across the world, I believe now. So that it appears like you're there. You can watch your sports while you're abroad or watch sports that are going on in other countries.
I think the first question that springs to my mind is the security still watertight?
Oh, tighter than ever. Because it's not just about bouncing your location, it's about keeping your bank details, your passwords, everything under lock and key.
Do we have an offer?
Do we have an offer? Yes. Of course we do. 30-day money-back guarantee plus, here's the big one, 4 months free as part of your subscription.
That's a third of the year.
Where do they need to go?
Absolutely free. All you've got to do is go to www.nordvpn.com/Cosh, or you can follow the link in the description.
Of a bash.
You hit the ground running though. That first year, Sunderland.
Yeah, we were good. It was. I had a little bit. For me personally, I started the season obviously my debut at Derby where you scored the first one. Then I had a few games, but I always thought because I've never had that extended period in the team. I've never had a full
like you were
season
getting
where I
better
played week in, week out. This was my first season playing week in, week out. So after about 15, 20 games, I came off it a little bit, and then I came back again towards the end of the season. But I had a good season that season.
Can you remember, I don't know if it was after another trip or whatever, but Burnley beat us and Andy Gray scored 2. And he said, in this meeting, and why is it that every fucker that fails here leaves and goes on to do well? And it just went quiet. He says, there's hope for you yet, Brownie. And give us a wink and half joking.
Roy said that.
Yeah. There's hope for you yet, Brownie, don't worry.
I think you had a soft spot for you as well. Like you say, on the recruitment, there was a core of good lads there as well. There was yourself, Danny Collins, Dean Whitehead, Stephen Elliott was already there. So that core of the British lads, and then obviously Royce had the influx of lads. We just knitted together, you know what I mean?
That's when it really turned around though that season in January. Like
When I left.
yeah.
He didn't just get his recruitment right, he got his fucking bombing off right at all.
We never lost a game after Christmas.
But one game you lost after Christmas.
Yeah,
1 in 20. Yeah.
Yeah, I think
Every time I check, fuck me, it was always last minute. How many late goals did you score as well?
yeah, there was.
I remember Miller getting one especially, but
I think, like you've touched on it before, I think the main signing was Johnny Evans. Because we had Nugsy, Nyron Noseworthy at the back. He was a bit raw around his feet and that, but he was rapid. And Johnny obviously just had that calmness. When he signed him for Man United, just defensively, because we were a bit dodgy at the back.
Would he have just been a young pup as well, Evans, then?
Yeah. Danny Simpson as well, didn't he? He was signed right back. So as soon as Johnny came in, I was like, the whole team just clicked. And I think we were 15th or something, about February or something. And then we never lost a game until like the second last game of the season. I think it was Colchester away, we won every game.
it was an absolute masterstroke. I think we have spoke about Nyron before, Nosworthy, because he came as a right back and he said he was a little bit cumbersome around his feet and stuff. There's no way he'd have been in that team. But whoever made him the centre half, because all of a sudden he became the best centre half in the world.
Just to head it and kick it.
Unbelievable, wasn't he?
Just fitted the profile of the team, didn't it? We had loads of attacking players, and because he was so quick, and we were kind of always on the attack, and teams are trying to counter us, they just couldn't get away. Johnny was that calmness, and then obviously Nugsy was so quick. We ended up, Nugsy just win the ball back, go back, and we were just attacking again and again. We ended up very good side, didn't we?
Did he cancel the open top buzz after he finished?
Yeah.
In the season?
Listen, I can understand why he done it, but I just thought, I think it was the wrong decision at the time. Because there was a few lads there that were probably going to move on because we got promoted. It was obvious he was going to bring and going, no, you had a bit of money to spend getting in the Premier League. I think there's a few lads I know who'd never had that experience, like winning something, getting promoted or...
The town as well.
Yeah, and it's such a big club, brilliant club. So I just thought, particularly for the lads to experience, the open top bus. And I know it's not his thing. No, he's won Premier Leagues and that, but I just thought, I think you've got that one wrong.
So what was the reason?
Just cancel the open top bus
His
tour?
mentality was basically, I think after we beat Luton away to win the league, and all the lads, in the dressing room, you know what I mean? They were singing, buzzing out with the fans and that. And you could see him, and I think his thing was thinking, no, we're not done here. Like, we need more than this, you know what I mean? His mentality was, no, we're going to Premier League.
See, I think that's a bit poor me from him.
Some of them lads might never have won anything again.
No, there will have been.
Yeah, I just thought, I think you messed that one up a little bit. Because, like, as players, sometimes loads of players go through their career, you don't win anything. You know what I mean? You even these games like playoff finals and that, even if you get beaten at, there are these occasions or you win them, you got to celebrate them. You know what I mean? These moments in your career, they're few and far between. You don't get these moments. So when you do get them, especially the lads that have never experienced like promotions and stuff like that, you got to enjoy it. You've got to celebrate.
Galvanises it a bit as well.
3 years before that, we won the championship to get promoted to the Premier League under Mick. And I can't remember going out on the pitch and getting my medal. But I can remember being on the bus on the Monday, going around the town centre with 40,000 people there. Do you know what I mean? So it's like something to look back on.
That's a memory for you, isn't it? So it's not about the medal.
Nah,
it's just a
no
memory
chance.
for you, you know what I mean? I think you got that one wrong, to be fair. I think we ended up going for a meal in some hotel, didn't we?
See, I think that's one of the poorest things I've heard about him. And if it makes it overlap, it does. I'm sorry, Roy, but I think that's fucking piss poor, pal.
Did he play your left back against Tottenham? The first game of the Premier League?
Yeah. So it turned up.
So promotion was your first season?
First season, we got promoted, and then obviously first game of the season. This was obviously going back to when I put my contract. So I had my contract, if I play 10 games or something in the Premier League, I can get a new contract or renew the contract.
So did you not get one for promotion?
Yeah, you get a bonus for getting promoted. It's all in the contract. It's pretty standard. But obviously with that, so I was like, ended up started at left back, because we bought Kieran Richardson for like 6 million or something at the time. That was a lot of money. He was a left winger. So I was like, right, I think starting to see, you know what I mean, what's happening here. Then obviously I played my left back, which we won the game. And then I played 10 games in the Premier League, and I was like, no, but you're like, do I go in here and shut the door here? Because I'm not like that, you know what I mean? I'm no, you get these guys who are just like fucking chapping on the manager's door every 2 minutes. I'm not like that. But I was like, fucking hell, like...
Well, if he's coming in for 6 million, he's probably on, in what, 2007? He's probably on 25s, 30s, isn't he?
Yeah, he's on a few quid, and I'm certainly not on anywhere near that, I'll tell you that. So, so I went in, and he was like, just another 10 games. I was like, no, you can start to read between the lines, can you? I'm no daft. So
I think that's pretty shit as well.
I think Kieran done his back, had a back problem, so he was going to be back around about Christmas time. I just thought, I just think the writing's on the wall here. Which is a bit harsh, because I think I'd done well for him, you know what I mean? I think in that championship season, I think 4 or 5 winning goals I scored, you know what I mean? Which is a lot of points. So
a lot of bookings and all.
Sent off a few times as well. No, I think I'd done well for him. If I was shite for him, I'd go, listen, I've not done enough here, but I think I merited it, you know what I mean?
He played it, and how did you got on in the first 10 games? Whereabouts?
I think we were all right. We're carrying on. I don't think we're in the relegation zone.
You made the first goal now, didn't you? The Chopra.
Yeah, I set up the goal in the first game against Spurs. Chops, typical striker, ran away the other side.
You didn't know.
Made a busting run down the right.
Fat cunt and take his shirt off.
Can chop somebody on the wing, crossed it in, chops, bang, scores a goal. Typical striker. Instead of coming over, thanks, runs away to the other side. Yeah, you were brilliant. You were brilliant at that as well, weren't you?
To be fair, if I run into that corner, mate, you could catch me. No bother. You catch me back and exit penalty area. But so I think that's a bit poor and all, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Just look after the lads that got you there, kind of.
Yeah, but Roy was nice. Just like move on to the next. You know what I mean?
What happened when it came to leaving Sunderland? Had you fallen out of favour or?
No, just I got injured towards the end of halfway through the season when Kieran Richard came back. I'd done my knee, so I was out for the rest of the season. And I came back towards the end of the season, And really, I had a few options. I think I could have went to America or something. I could have went on loan to keep playing. Because you have that spell out, you're a bit rusty, ain't you? Obviously.
Oh, no, just America on loan, just to
keep playing, you know what I mean? Because I'd had 6 months out, so I thought, go on loan for the summer, come back pre-season, then you've just kept that momentum going.
Right.
You know what I mean? If you
Over the summer.
just come over the summer, yeah. But I never done it. I was like, nah. But I probably should have done that. And then I came back pre-season and I was miles off it. And I thought, right, I need to get on loan here. And obviously that's when I went to Preston. First 7 games, didn't even play. So I'm going to go back to Sunderland here. Then I came on and set up a goal and sort of got in the team, but then it just flowed for there. But not like you when you first came. You were straight in the team, weren't you?
well, he learned from his fucking mistakes, didn't he?
You signed the night before, and I was like, here comes in, names of team, big parties in the team. I'm like, fucking, you only just signed last night. Took me 6 weeks to get in the team.
Yeah, So I think I must have signed about 10 o'clock Saturday morning. Like the actual thing, to get it through in time for to play.
Yeah.
So when did you sign on loan for Preston then? Did you sign just before I came then?
I was just before you. I was a couple of
That
weeks
summer?
before you, yeah.
Right, I didn't even realise with the years.
Yeah, I was a couple of weeks before you.
It was one of them where you could tell he was desperate to get him in, but he couldn't put him in because the lads that were doing all right.
So Sedgy, well, right wing, left wing, Baz.
I think he might have been playing Sedgy on the left and Baz on the right.
Yeah,
Do you remember-
there's Simon Whaley there as well.
Whaley, Barry
To
Nicholson.
be fair, the lads were doing well. Like, I think Sedgy got a bit of stick towards the end, didn't he? But I thought Sedgy was some player.
He was just
thought
a
Sedgy-
lucky bastard, Sedge. One of them who like it chop it inside it. It is knee, his right knee, the defender's right knee. It is left knee, the defender's
Come out
left knee.
throwing a
And he
roses.
ends up 1v1 against the keeper.
And like half a second later, we're behind the defender. And you're like, how the fuck has he just done that? You were though, weren't it? Because he were about as fucking quick as me, Sedge.
How big was his shin pads, by the way?
There needed to be. It was like the fucking.
He used to wear those shin pads, with a big ankle.
Yeah.
They're fucking massive. I used to look at him, I was like, size of your ankle, man. The biggest shin pads ever.
Like
How'd you run with them?
Like fucking Brett Lee were bowling 90 mile an hour at him and he had cricket pads on. Yeah.
19 assists in that first year. Is that right?
19, is that what it was?
That's what it says on Wikipedia. It says Wallace soon became a fan favourite due to his number of times he provided excellent crosses, mainly for John Parkin, and went on to provide 19 assists.
Yeah, that was probably my dad that edited Wikipedia there.
To be fair, he probably got me player of the year that year.
Yeah.
Yeah. I did do all right for you, to be fair. I
you
got a few
did.
assists for you, didn't I, big man?
I'm still going to lay it out there, Roscoe. I think
Me
it
and
could-
you had a wee tiff one time, didn't we?
Yeah, I think
Are
it
you
could have
gonna
probably
bring
been
that up?
25 assists and I could have got in fucking championship team
What?
of the year.
Choppy chop.
No, just shooting from the most ridiculous angles.
No, there was that one time me and you had a wee go at each other, didn't we?
Yeah.
I thought you were still thinking you're fucking wrong as well, by the way.
Well, I still think you were.
Was it in a game or training?
No, it was in a game. I was like, fuck. I don't know. I must have made a run inside the fullback, and I was in. I must have been about 8 yards up, and I know the big man's there. I could slide it to him, and he probably could have scored. But I'm like, I could slot this in myself, to be fair. So I was like, fuck it, I'm going for it myself. And he's like, fucking. And after the half time with it, you're like, can I pull it back? And I was like, fuck off. I was like, you probably would have missed it anyway.
I fucking set you up 5 already, you prick.
Well, I think I was like, no, I said something like, I went, yeah, pull it back. And I was like, fucking, I'll tell you what, if I get in that position again, I'm fucking going to shoot again.
Little cunt.
I don't know, like for you, though. I'll get you a few
You
assists.
done
so
fucking
it's-
very well for me, mate. But yeah, I think it could have been 25 assists that season.
Yeah.
I think he must have said this on a podcast before because he'd heard it and he messaged. It was about chopping or not crossing early, and he just messaged us saying, "Fuck me, I was waiting 3 weeks for him to get in the box."
It weren't the chop. You didn't used to chop that much. The chop weren't the issue. It was like, it's one of these where the angle where you got to catch it outside at foot. It's got to go outside,
Swinging.
past post and go in. This were regular.
Yeah, I did have a pop for that, to be fair. I heard you on that podcast, the last one, like, yeah, Ross Wallace used to do is chopping all the time. I was like, bit harsh, big man. You know what I mean? Fucking hell. I set you up a few.
Stick it on his toes.
Yeah, fucking waiting for you to get in the box.
Roger Bannister.
Hold on.
Roscoe, slow it down a bit. Slow it down.
Darren Ferguson come in, and I heard a lot about him separating players and putting in the bomb squad.
Yeah.
So
You
were
in the
you
bomb
all right
squad?
with Fergie?
I wasn't in the bomb squad.
No, I don't.
I was in the main changing room. I made it. I was still in the pack.
Did you see it all happening though? Because we went in the bomb squad.
You in the bomb squad?
The bomb squad was
Neil Collins.
Neil Collins, Darren Carter,
Mel's.
I want to say Harty,
Chappie. Richard Chaplow.
Sleevesy.
Sleevesy, certainly fucking Trotsy, but that went because you were an arsehole.
That's Stephen Elliott, Neil Trotman.
So there were 7 or 8, weren't there?
Did you get on all right with him?
He was all right with me, to be fair, yeah. I think he's seen that I could probably do a job for him, you know what I mean, on the pitch. So I was nothing to do whether he liked me or not, or I liked him. I think it was just, he might win me a game, so I'll keep him, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But the bomb squad changing room is better than the changing room.
I know, got some good players
There's
in it.
good players in there.
Fucking hell.
So did you go to Burnley before Keith Tracy? Or after?
Before. Yeah.
Right.
That is, I always say, we're talking about Keith, I always say there's 2 players for me, Anthony Stokes and Keith Tracy. I'm like, fuck your career up. They 2 were unbelievable. Particularly Keith. I thought Keith was brilliant. So good. If he just had the right guidance and looked after his body a wee bit, he didn't need to be like clean. You know what Keith's come out and said it himself, and he's open about his problems and stuff like that he's had. But if he was in shape, he would have been a Premier League player for me.
You were a very good player, pissed.
Yeah. So what he could have been.
Yeah, he was.
Did you find that frustrating?
What's that?
Seeing lads that were kind of wasting it a little bit? Or do you
I was
get on?
frustrated, yeah. I was frustrated. I tried to help Keith. Also, when Keith came to Burnley, obviously skipping a little bit. I tried to help him. You know, obviously he never drove at the time. He was banned at the time. I think he said that himself. So I used to pick him up and drop him off the training every day. So I actually think I got him under my wing a little bit. I wasn't the most professional guy in the world, but I sort of trained properly. You know what I mean? I wasn't out every single night. I liked the pint at the weekend and that, but I tried to take him under the wing a wee bit, but it was tough. I think he had problems growing himself. He was too far gone at the time. But in terms of talent, even when he came to Burnley, I think even Eddie Howe, I think Eddie was the big one who tried to get him, really try to push him and help him. I thought Eddie Howe was brilliant, really, really good.
Who signed you
a few
for Burnley?
pages there. Brian Laws signed me for Burnley. Obviously going off the back of Preston. I've said this on another podcast. I didn't want to leave Preston.
Yeah.
I was phoned Fergie up. I think Fergie was George Boyd at Peterborough. Did he have him at Peterborough? I think Boydie. Boydie was a brilliant player. Good. And I think he wanted to get Boydie in, I'm pretty sure of it. And he needed to free up some money. So I think I phoned him and he was like, got a bid in from Burnley, blah, blah, blah. I was like, phoned him back, I'm not going, I'm staying at Preston. Because I quite liked it, you know, the lads were good lads. No, I was actually looking forward to working with Fergie. He had good things about him. And just literally phoned me up 2 minutes later. Just spoke to the owner, Ross, you need to go. The club need the money. I was like, Fergie, I'm not moving. He's like, Ross, you need to move. So I ended up moving to Burnley. But I got a bit of stick for it, but I was like, Burnley were the only team that came in for us. I was like, I go to Burnley, or what do you want me to do? Just retire. You know what I mean? So I ended up going to Burnley. And remember the fixtures came out, didn't we? It was early in the season. I was like the 4th game at Preston at Turf. I was like, oh, for fuck's sake. Remember at Turf, you had the changing rooms at the back of the goal, didn't you?
Yeah.
And I was getting battered. Come in for the warm-up, I was getting hammered. And then at half-time, you were on fire, weren't you? Were you 3-1 up at half-time or something?
I don't think it were at half-time, but
you scored, didn't you?
Yeah, I think we were 3-1 up with, after 60, but with 10 minutes to go, we're still 3-1 up.
Yeah. Keith Tracy looked like Maradona at the time, didn't he? He was Keith tore us apart. Yeah, and we ended up winning 4-3. Because I remember the Preston fans like singing, Wallace, what's the score now? And I was like, I've been done in the kipper here. And yous were flying. I was like, And then obviously we got a last minute winner.
Lumo scored hat-trick, I think, if I remember right.
He scored the hat-trick, yeah. And I think I managed to get an assist for J-Rod. scored to make it 4-3. I think Billy Jones got sent off, didn't he?
Aye, for time wasting. Fucking thick bastard.
To be fair, even I was thinking, fuck, that's harsh. So I was there, I was left wing, Billy Jones right back, and he was trying to take the throw in. And nobody's coming to the ball, and he's like waiting to throw it. Ref comes across, sick and yellow, he's off. Even I was like, fucking hell, that's a bit harsh that. But they changed the game, didn't it? We ended up winning it.
And who was manager of Burnley then?
Brian Laws, I think
Still
it was.
Lawsy.
Yeah, I think it was Lawsy. The only thing Lawsy done when Brian came in, there was a lot of lads left over for the Owen Coyle era, you know what I mean? Which was a brilliant era. They were successful. Big Stevie Thompson, Clark Carlisle, Greza and stuff like that. No, great, good pros, good lads, but I think there was just that sort of, Brian never really got them on board a little bit. I think
Tell us that one with them two, Thompson and Clarkey.
Oh yeah, I think Tom had said something to Clifford, obviously night out in Singapore, and I think Tom had said something to Clarkey. Clarkey didn't like it, and obviously there's a butterfly section in Singapore airport.
A what section?
There's like a butterfly section where
Real life one?
Well,
yeah, so you go in the door,
Butterfly World.
people go and read their books. It's like it's got to be really quiet. You know what I mean? There's all bushes,
Really
and-
hot.
Yeah,
So there's real life butterflies?
yeah, the butterflies and that. And there's this like, little section.
I'm just thinking like there's paintings on the wall.
No, there's butterflies in this room and that. There's like bushes in this area of the airport. And obviously, Tom was obviously said something to Clarkey that he didn't like. Clarkey's like, I need to punch you. But we're all still pissed for the night because the end of pre-season tours, you get a night out, don't you? And we're all still pissed. Clarkey's chasing him through this section.
Through
He's meant to be a
Butterfly World?
quiet zone, jumping through the bushes and that. Clarkey's trying to punch him.
I was thinking of Jumanji for some reason.
So eventually all the lads, he still wasn't happy, Clarkey. Yeah, what a guy, by the way. Clark, like, shout out to Clarkey. Legend of a guy. And so we got on the plane, but we had done, there was only 2 seats in business class. Right. And you put like 200 quid in each and you pick, and if you got picked, you know what I mean, a chance to go on business to fly home. 2 lads got picked to Clarkey and Big Tomo. And they were like, Clarkey was still raging. No, I was like, they two can't go and sit in there. So Tomo was through like economy class where the lads just sat. I'm not going through there again.
So did the seat go to waste? Like,
The seat just went to waste, yeah. But but that group of players, it was probably that group of lads, the funniest. There were a lot of talent in that group, but we should have done better. You know what I mean? We should have at least got promotion that season with that group of players, but. Unfortunately, we never got over the line. But for a championship squad,
really good championship squad, weren't it?
Yeah, it was a good squad. Brian just never really got the lads going. And then obviously when Eddie came in, as soon as Eddie came in, it just got the respect. Well, for me right away, he just went, no. You know what Eddie's philosophy was? It was young British players, and obviously like Greza and Tomo and that.
was there any issue with respect there from with his age? Because how old would he have been?
I think Greza was older than Eddie when he came.
That's what I mean, yeah.
But Greza was a good pro, very good pro, and a good player. It's just Eddie's style. It was nothing to do with
Not personal.
I mean? Nothing personal. It was just Eddie's style. And you look at it now, the stuff he's doing now, is young, hungry British players, pace, all that sort of stuff. You end up bringing in like Kieran Trippier, Ben May, Danny Ings, Charlie Austin, Sam Vokes. He went doing that sort of young.
Right, yeah.
And obviously, when Eddie left, Dyche took that on, you know what I mean? But Eddie put a good base in there. I think you look at the training ground at Burnley now, the facilities they've got, it's unbelievable. I think Eddie wanted that, you know what I mean?
At the time.
Right away, but we never had that. I think he wanted that at the time, and I think potentially, listen, I don't know, I think you hear murmurs of stuff and that Eddie wanted that and he never got it, he was promised it. Whether that's true or not, I'm not too sure, but you could tell as soon as Eddie he was elite, you know what I mean? No, when you just know when a manager comes in, the training and that, you're like, oh, this is different. This is no just...
So it's no surprise to you that he's obviously gone on and...
Nah, no surprise. This is no 4-4-2, kick it in the channel. You know what I mean? This is the training, the way it's all set up, like individual work, unit work, and it's all, it just goes like the army, you know what I mean? You're just flowing for the sessions. Brilliant coach.
Did you go sheep herding?
Yeah, we went sheep herding.
See, I can't see you sheep herding. I think you would have been like moaning like fuck.
Fucking sheep are bigger than me.
I can see like,
riding 'em.
I can see like,
Probably was on there.
I can see you like kicking sheep as if it's that sheep's fault. Fuck off, you little cunt. Like, what a pre-season, wasn't it? Wasn't it a pre-season you done that sheep herding?
Yeah, we done the sheep herding. I think Keith's told us, didn't he? We went sheep herding, yeah. And Eddie's like, you have to like surround the sheep and he's like, Eddie, get tight, nobody break the chain. All that sort of stuff. And then a sheep just came running at Eddie. Eddie's like, oh! Moved down the road. I was like, fucking hell, what happened to the chain?
What was Sean Dyche like? We have not had many on that have played under him, have we? But
We've had a few, but it's the wheel.
Yeah, the lads with the wheel, yeah.
I want to hear about.
It's hard to say because there was some like mad stuff going on. I think towards the end, obviously when I left with the wheel, you were able to buy out, you know what I mean, like a 50 quid, 100 quid. So if you spin the wheel, if you land on like L, it's like lap dance. So the lads are like, then had numbers on the wheel as well. So you spin the wheel, it's got the squad number, and whoever's the squad number, he comes and you have to give him a lap dance.
right.
No, just mucking about, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just a bit.
So there'll be a list of fines in the week.
Yeah.
So leaving your kit out or not putting your plate away. So if you're on the list, is that when you go up and spin the wheel?
Spin the
Yeah,
wheel.
so you could pay a fine or whatever.
So you could have done nothing wrong, but still end up getting a lap dance.
Yeah. So you could, yeah. So
Getting one's not the problem, it's doing it, I think.
But like, is there other stuff that you might get dragged into, even if you've not been fined?
there was stuff where I was like, I quite like this. This is quite good. I went boy band, and I was like, hope they pull my number out. I like how you sing song. You know what I mean?
W, whack your mate off.
So if you were spinning the wheel, got boy band, then it's like 4 members. So you'd need to spin it another 4 times, and whoever squad number lands on it, they need to come up.
Yeah. So even
and
if
make
you've
a
done
boy-
nothing wrong, you're in the boy
You've
band.
done nothing, you're in the boy band. Yeah.
Is this on a Friday, this? Like for
On a Friday, yeah, before the game.
trying to get you.
To be fair, it started off brilliant, but I think as the more success they had and the better players, and you started getting more money, better contracts, lads start buying out, you know what I mean?
Ah, shit.
And I was like, come on.
That's rich coming from you.
Why?
You've never you never sung a fucking
Never want to give you a lap dance.
or a wank. No, but you never did the initiation, did you?
Yeah, when I had
Did
to
it?
do
You
it,
never
I did
bought
it.
yourself out?
I
Did you
never
pay out?
wanted to. Nah, I did it.
I don't like the guys.
Never paid out.
paid
with
out?
that. No.
You can't pay out, can you?
think that's
I've had a
I
few
think
lads
that's
pay out and that. and
apology.
Like, come on.
Tackle that.
There's an apology under his breath, I think.
Did you hear me apologise then?
No.
No, bit like that in fucking Scotland with K. Chris, I'm sorry. Sorry.
Forgiven.
No, Dyche was good. I done obviously I had the Trippier incident. Was you on here and told that story where I've headbutted Trippier? No, I thought he was on there. I've heard Trips talk about this on a podcast. I thought it was on this one. He was saying that I headbutted him when he wasn't looking. So basically, we were doing 11v11 pre-season. You know, one of those feisty 11v11s. So basically, I'm up front from a corner. Nobody bring a defender back. So I'm up front for a corner. Tom Heaton's come and collected it. So I've spun in behind, zinged it. So we win the corner. You're having a little tussle in the corner. So Trips has obviously pulled. I've like rolled him and he's like pulled me back like that. But you know where the game's already feisty. So he's like, came up like that. So we're like head to head, like, but he came up his fist like that. But then I've just went bang. But no, that just a reaction. So I thought, he's going to punch me here. So I thought, fuck it, I'm just going to go first. And I just went bang. But I wasn't like a big head, but no, you clipped somebody there. And there was like a little bit of blood and there was a bit of a scene and all that sort of stuff. But which is like me and Trips are fine after it. The next day, it's just one of those things that happen in training.
Do you know when we interviewed him, I never realised you were that small.
Yeah, he's smaller than me, isn't he? And that's hard to beat.
I thought you've gone up for an header. Like a salmon.
Hard to head up the way. Nah, Trips.
But you were
like,
all
what?
right afterwards.
Brilliant, yeah. Oh, listen, I messaged him right after because me and Trips played on the right hand side. So
Yeah.
I got on with Trips, great lad. So it's no that's not the story. So I went into Dyche. I was like, listen, hold my hands up. I went, I've apologised to Trips and that. Obviously, he was raging and that. But the only thing I wasn't happy about, Trips is I headed him when he wasn't looking. I was like, whoa, nah, more than that. I went, we were literally like that. So I fucking put that to rest. Not having that one on me, no chance. Yeah, so Dyche went, right, 2 weeks' wages, or you're going to take all the lads to St Andrews. So we booked the trips and so he says, if go to St Andrews, it's not going to be 2 weeks' wages, so it'll be cheaper for you, you know what I mean? So basically, you're getting the lads a bit of a 3-4 days away, or 2 days away in St Andrews, lads playing golf and that. So I was like, right, all right. Went up to St Andrews. Fuck me, man. The bill. Lads are in buying drivers at the golf club and that. Dean Marnie's like, Roscoe! Yeah. Titleist, Diablo. I mean, I'll just put on the. I was like, no. He's like, yeah, it's like 200 quid for a driver. Lads are buying tees and balls and everything. I was like, oh my God, I've been stitched up massively here. Dyche and that, like on the first tee, I'm having a wee swing. But,
So you're paying hotel accommodation, equipment,
and a round of golf for the lads.
I'm at the point.
No, you're not paying it.
I'm at the point
You paid
where
the
I'm
2
like,
weeks?
I'm at the point where I'm not getting fined 2 weeks for nutting somebody.
Are you just refusing to pay
Training
it?
ground, innit?
Yeah, it happens, doesn't
Happens
it?
all the time, doesn't it? 2 weeks is nah. I'm sorry, Sean.
Put the driver back.
Put the driver back, fucking hit Sean with it.
No, it was just funny. Like, it's just standing in the.
You know, the amount of fights we've seen over the years and scuffles and all that. I don't think I've ever seen anybody get fined for it. Have you?
No.
No, yeah, it was a bit harsh. Yeah, it was a hard one to swallow. And lads are going home with new drivers. And
But
that.
to be fair, Dino is still it's best part of his golf game. That
Yeah, it's
driving.
improved
He
it
was
tenfold.
buzzing. Dino loves the golf. I'm the opposite though.
You don't
I'm
even
like,
play golf, do you?
I hate golf.
Just sat in the bar area, just watching the lads tee off. Whoop, that's another 300. Whoop, that's another 300.
I'm drawing the line at gear, equipment.
Yeah, I was like, yeah.
Hotel, trains, whatever
Bar.
you find. But
Not even, nah. He's talking 300 quid a man
I know.
to tee off. 20-year inch club, that's fucking 6 bags. That's before the snap. Fuck that. Must be on some door there, you little cunt.
We're on toast and beans. Mrs. and kids were on toast and beans for 2 months.
good weekend though.
It was a good weekend. Yeah.
The lads enjoyed it.
The lads enjoyed it. Yeah.
Dash is still playing with that long
Huge
wedge.
respect for the lads.
Yeah, oh, fucking hell,
We're right up
that.
there.
Went for a run yesterday in my O'Neills shirt.
Did you get many beep?
Beeps, whistles, beeps, wet woos.
Wolf
honking.
whistles or-
Wolf whistle.
Now.
Chris, you're an attractive 40-year-old man.
I don't think it's me. I think it's the shirt.
Makes sense.
Well, we have to say a massive thank you to O'Neills Sportswear for sponsoring not just the episode, but the entire series once again.
Custom-made kits, 4 to 6 weeks designed to deliver.
If you've got a team, whether that's 11 aside, 5 aside, 8 aside, 6 aside, all the sides.
Minimum of 12.
Yep.
Maximum of, well, there is no maximum.
No.
They will clothe the whole of England if you order them.
The main selling point for me, though, is the quality of the kit. You know, you just, for the price, for the numbers that you're getting, for how quick you get it, designing your own kit, putting your own touch on it, you can, like we said before, I think you're 1-0 up before you've even kicked off.
Disagree with us if you want, but I wouldn't hesitate in wearing that down the pub with a pair of jeans. Or playing 5-a-side.
Or running down Charlie Road.
Very
Woo.
quickly.
So all you got to do is follow the link in the description, or you can go to O'NeillsSportswear.com.
That is very good gear, by the way. It's
Good
probably
piece
one
of
of the,
kit.
it's probably the best that we've put his name
Unbelievable quality. Unbelievable quality.
What would it like Dyche as an actual manager?
Good, very good. You would have liked him.
I can imagine, because I think I've got the impression that he's like old school.
He's no old school. He doesn't do a lot of coaching on the grass. Like, he does bits and bobs on the tactical side of it, but he's very elite on the other side. Not like the sports science and how the other side. There's the grass stuff, and then there's the other stuff. No, like managing up the way, yeah, all that sort of stuff. Like good in meetings and that. When he talks in meetings, he's a proper leader. You know what I mean? When he talks, you're like,
You listen.
he's my manager. You know what I mean? He's the manager. And the lads really they loved him. You know what I mean? They liked him. And he had a sense of humour as well, which helps. He was quite down to earth. He'd always bring you in 4 training starts. Lads in a sick on. He's just good run people, you know what I mean? When he's in amongst the lads, he likes the banter and that. But obviously when training starts, he's been brought up for the Cloughy area, isn't he?
Yeah.
Cloughy, so you had to like Tony Loughlin was there again. There was Keano's assistant, Ian Woan with the Forest days. So he was brought up in that era. But I don't mind just having a bit of a laugh and a joke, lads. But when training starts, no, we're training. And I think the lads just respected that. You know what I mean?
That manager's day sounds horrific. The
What?
gaffer's day that he used
Oh, Gaffer's day.
Was it every week? Or would he just spring it out like once every 4-5 weeks?
It's usually like when you go on the away trip, your pre-season trip, and you know it's coming. It's just like you don't know what day it is. You come down, and when you're always waiting in reception with your boots to go to training, lads, take your boots back up the stairs, and then you just know, right, this is it. You see the lads just getting edgy, you know what I mean? Start pacing up the reception and that, you know it's coming. We done the one at Cork, had tractor wheels, the massive ones, and we were rolling them up the pitch. You know, like you grab a partner, you run top end of the pitch. So basically it was running for 90 minutes. So his idea, 95 minutes, and he'd be on the watch. He's just going around making it up. 6-yard box back, 18 halfway back. Right, next one across the pitch. Right, lap of the pitch, 50 seconds.
You never know when it's going to stop.
Just like making these runs up.
I think you'd be furious with it.
Yeah, you know me. Yeah, that's no my game.
Yeah, you'd be moaning like fuck.
When it's 1v1s and 2v2s, that's my game. You know what I mean?
Wheelbarrow tyre.
Yeah, just like, Gaffer, this is fucking crap. It must have been like that, surely.
Yeah, in my head I was thinking it, yeah. But, yeah.
I'm a fucking footballer. Not fucking, what do I need to roll a tyre for?
I was always like, give me 1v1s and 2v2s for 90 minutes. I don't care. As long as the ball's at my feet, that's fine, I'll do that. But when the ball's not there and you're just running up and down the pitch and
See, I can't imagine him being like that with the manager. Like I never once with Irvine. I can't imagine you standing up and squaring up and what have you.
No, but who else?
Arvin
Was it just him? Were he running it, not the fitness coach?
No, this was like this is not sports science, lads. This is a mental one. This was more to get the lads together, you know, like.
Does it try to break you as well?
Try to break you a little bit, yeah. Try to see who would melt a little bit. But after he'd be like, lads, if you could run that hard for 95 minutes, so when it gets tough in the games and that, you know, you could run through it, you know what I mean? You could run hard for 95 minutes. Sort of the mentality of the group. But when you're doing it, you're like, fuck, Jesus.
Did
just
we
feel
ever
like
think this coach
puking.
at Preston?
Barzy used to do the warm-ups, didn't he?
So I was always want to ask you this. Where did the name The Beast come from?
Brian Autumn. So when I played for Brian Autumn, when I was 21, 22, I think I must have scored a couple and then did an interview on the paper. Oh, he's a bit of a beast. Like, what
he's
is
a
it,
bit of a
John
beast.
Pye? He's a bit of a beast, isn't he?
So I always thought you were never... Also, when you signed them, like, we're signing John Parkin, he's the beast. I thought you were going to be smashing centre-halves about, elbowing them, and I was like, that was just no you, was it?
I think the word you're looking for is elegant, Ross.
Elegant. No, but you could play. You gave yourself a hard ride. You could play.
I think you used to say, I'm a beast in the bedroom, didn't you? That was your...
You can vouch for me.
Anyway, tell us about this Chansiri fella at Sheffield Wednesday, man. We had
So many messages.
I never, when hardly ever, I've only seen him on a match day when he used to come in, wish you good luck. When in the time I was there, the players he brought in, he spent a lot of money on a lot of good players. You know what I mean? So it's kind of, I can see why. I don't know. I mean, I'm not the guy who does the finances of the clubs and all that sort of stuff, but I can only go on what he brought, the players he brought in, and to be fair, and what he was around me. The one thing I just didn't think, he was no football guy. You know what I mean? So like we played Arsenal in the cup, and we beat Arsenal in the cup. And then like the next game we played, I can't remember, we played one of the championship teams and we got beat. But he was fuming. So I was like, he just didn't understand. How can you beat Arsenal and then go and get beat in the championship? In his mind, he was like, it doesn't make sense. You know what I mean? I was like, this is just football. Different types of games. You know what I mean?
Because in my head, obviously I'm not in the building, I've got the impression that he's coming down at half time. You know, like the Watford kind of situation where we say, oh no, he's not playing. Take him off. Nothing like that.
Nothing like that. No.
So is he
doing
being
motivational
naive?
speaks?
What's that?
Doing motivational speaking?
He used to come in on the odd occasion, and just give the lads a bit of a pep talk and that every now and again, which it's quite funny, like. To be fair, he was never in the dressing room. He'd never come in and, like, odd occasion, he'd come to the training ground, if you've lost a few games, he'd have a little speech and that, but...
Didn't I hear one where he was saying his son were crying or something because Sheffield Wednesday were losing?
I think that was the one, yeah. I think he says to the lads, basically, you've made my son cry because he loved Sheffield Wednesday because they got beat. So his son obviously must have been crying. He went, you've made my son cry. I was like, didn't mean to. Tried my best.
Our lass is crying and all when he get a win bonus. My perception on it is he's put loads and loads of money in and maybe not done it right, but he just doesn't seem to be learning.
Yeah, I think that's the one. For me, it's the recruitment. I think he's been misled on the recruitment side, and whoever's advising him on the recruitment, I don't know. But they seem to have got it right now, but arguably, it's the second season. So with my first season at Wednesday, the recruitment was good. Barry Barton, Forestieri, we signed some brilliant players, for a level. And we're a good little side. We got to the playoff final that season. It was the second season for me that it fucked up. Because he ended up, we needed centre halves because we were good in attack. He ended up signing like good players. Like ended up George Boyd came in, Alman Abdi for Watford came in, signed Rhodesy, Jordan Rhodes, Stephen Fletcher came in. I was like, where are they all going to play?
Yeah. We don't need that sorting. We need the back end sorting.
And just the dynamics in the changing room. Then you know what I mean? Because you've got to sign in experienced lads, and it's like, you know what it's like. Changing rooms like, why am I not playing? You know what I mean? They're all want to play.
He is stumping up the cash.
Yeah, I can remember.
But he's putting it in the wrong areas.
Yeah.
So I'm like, you've got it wrong.
Forestieri, Hooper,
So with Forestieri, Hooper, Fletcher,
Jordan, and you're probably paying 200 grand a week there.
Yeah, that's on strikers. You know what I mean? It's like, you need to change the system. Maybe play like a diamond, or play three up front. It just, I think that second season, I just thought, you've recruited, they're signed with good players, you know what I mean? They're all very good players. But just like, you've got too much of the same, there's too many bodies here. And then it just sort of tailed off. We still managed to get to the semi-finals of the playoffs. I think we played Huddersfield, and that's one of them. I mean, for me, that's where he got let down there.
Is that when Huddersfield went up?
I think Huddersfield got promoted that season, yeah. We played Hull the first season. I think we played Hull in the playoff final, and for me, Hull were just had that nous because they had just come down for the Premier League, and I've always said if we played anybody but Hull that season, we would have got to the Premier League.
Was it Brighton in the semis?
Yeah. I think we battered them at Hillsborough. What an atmosphere that was! Place was bouncing. That's not like one of those memories like you talk about. You get one of those memories that just sticks with you forever. That day, that atmosphere was incredible. But beat Brighton, and then we played Hull. They had like Andy Robertson left back, Dawson and Curtis Davies centre half, Snodgrass, Livermore, Huddleston, Diame. They were a good side, you know what I mean? We were a good side, but it was like anybody but them.
But he don't seem to be learning with the fans though.
He just seems
just blow smoke up their ass.
He always just seems to chuck a grenade out every now and again.
He did a fans forum the other week, I think, and he was like, "If you don't like me, don't fucking come."
Talking about
instead of like, I don't know, trying to get him on side.
Is he trying to sell it?
I don't know if he is.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on there, but listen, I can only say when I was there, he did put money in.
£25 million on strikers a year, wage bill.
I was Carlos.
Carlos is brilliant. Yeah, obviously I've told the story about the glasses. Well, you've not heard that, have you? But I've got a bit of stick on this. But we're having a tough time, and at that time we'd lost a few games, but I'm telling you, anybody who was sat in that meeting would have burst out laughing or would have had the giggles. It was that funny. I just wasn't expecting it. So he's got these glasses. So he's come in, he's having a pop at us. And by the way, Carlos was a brilliant coach. I loved playing under Carlos. Brilliant, loved it. But it was just this moment was just hilarious. He's just, in the dressing room, he's having a pop at us, he's off on one. He went, and this is me, like, that's me, I'm sacked, I'm done. And he goes into the corner in the room. All the lads are just sat there, and he puts on these little black glasses. He goes, this is the new manager. And I was just like, oh my God. He's got these wee glasses on. But it's not the ones for top man, they've not got the glass in them.
Was he expecting you not to notice?
I'm called Kevin, not Carlos.
A nose and a moustache on him as well.
I was just sitting next to the lads, and they're all lads, and they're like kneeing each other, trying not to laugh. Oh, it was like one of the funniest things I've ever seen. It was just like, this is the new manager.
And was he being serious, or
He was deadly serious.
Oh, so he's not doing it for the crowd?
No, he's not doing it. This is like he's been serious.
and did he change from that point? Like, did he see it as
He wore them out to
He started
training.
talking French.
So we went out for training after that, and he's got them on the pitch. I'm sure he had them on during training. Now he's got these glasses on. I was like, come on, man.
Still no lenses.
No, he's got no lenses in them. No. And by the way, I wasn't a funny time because we were going through a tough period. We lost a few games, you know what I mean? So I was kind of like, oh, he's going to have a pop at us, and rightly so. But when he done that, I was like, anybody sat in that meeting would have laughed. It was impossible not to have a giggle. It was so funny.
He had some mad press conference like that. I saw the one with the £20 note, and have you seen that one where he's scrunching it up and he's
the
banging
manager?
it on the table?
The manager.
Yeah.
Yeah, comes out with all these analogies and stuff like that. Yeah, he was a character. He was brilliant to play under.
He looks like a manager where you just want to cuddle.
Yeah.
Like, morning, gaffer, and just give him a cuddle.
Feel a bit sorry for him if things aren't going well.
What? Just give him the cuddle and then take the glasses off. Just put him back in his top pocket and pull him back in.
No, he was intense, Carlos, but he was good. He was good humour as well. He was a good guy.
Who took over? It was the Dutch. Was it Jos?
Yeah,
Jos?
then yeah.
What was he like?
Yeah, Josh came in and he done me over, to be fair. I didn't, because as the season went on, we got injury after injury. I think wee Barry Bannon was injured, Forestieri got injured. We were decimated with injuries. I think I ended up playing left back at one point, left wing, right wing. I was playing centre mid, and then there was one game we went and played Millwall. I think it was towards the end of the season. My contract was out of contract. So obviously you go in and say, listen, what you're thinking, because you want to get a head start up for next season, don't you? Whether you're going to be there or not. So I was like, listen, what are you thinking for next season? And he was like, yeah, I'm speaking to the owner, I'm going to get you a new deal, all that sort of stuff. Yeah, you're in my plans, all that stuff. And then we played Millwall. You know what Millwall, like, they were like Land of the Giants, weren't they? He plays me up front. Plays me up front against Millwall on a Tuesday night. And no big Ate, Lucas Yao, who are good, good physical presences up front. And Millwall were Land of the Giants. Played me up front.
Not on your own, surely.
On my own. I think he was trying to do this false nine thing. But done no work, no tactical work on it. It's similar to Alan. I remember when we went to play Sheffield United.
Oh, I made him more up.
Oh, played me in behind used to in the semi-final, just never worked. No work on it. That was similar. So I took a throw in, bang, down the line. Big centre halves come in, nailed me for the side. I've snapped my medial. Yeah, about 2 weeks later, I've had an operation, pulls me in, just went, yeah, we're not going to offer you a contract anymore. I was just like...
What age are you here?
I was a you prick. I think I was 30 at the time. 30, 31. But I just thought I would have been fit for pre. I thought the good thing to say would have been get fit, come back pre-season, do pre-season. If you're fit, then we'll offer you something. You know what I mean? That probably would have been the right thing. But I just thought 2 weeks ago you offered me a new contract, and then I've done my knee, and then now that's how ruthless football is, really, isn't it? But I was just like, nah, that's pretty shite, that. So better.
You've been there 3 years.
Rightly so, and all.
You've been there 3 years, like.
Yeah, I was there 3 years. I think I'd done well for Sheffield Wednesday. You know, I had a good time there, a good spell.
We got loads of positive stuff from the Wednesday fans.
Yeah, I
Just
thought I deserved to get
saying thanks
another
and
year. I think players are quite honest, aren't they? If you're having a tough time at a club and you're shy, you'll be like, listen, it's probably time for me to go. But I think I deserved to like get to pre-season and maybe showed I was fit to maybe earn a contract or something. You know what I mean?
So you're on your arse that summer then, just scrambling.
Yeah, then you're on your arse again, aren't you? And you end up.
You're only 31. Still got a lot of football in you.
Yeah. I don't know where to go after that. I went to Fleetwood after that. I wanted to come back because I was driving to Sheffield Wednesday every day. Well, I was staying over a couple of nights a week, but I was 3 years I was driving. I never moved over. My time at Sheffield Wednesday, I loved it. Brilliant club as well. And it's one of those clubs where I think, I really hope they get to the Premier League, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Big club, aren't they? Did you enjoy it at Fleetwood?
Yeah, then obviously done my knee, I was just coming back. Obviously Joey Barton was the manager, because Barry Nicholson was the coach, one of my mates was the coach. I just wanted to come back over here, and ended up signing, I think I signed a year, ended up signing a year. It was basically, it wasn't for the money, it was basically getting peanuts there, but you know, I managed to get, and actually it was quite interesting to see how Joey was going to work, and Joey was brilliant, really good on the grass, good coach. I thought he was just, you know what I mean, going to be a bit erratic, you know, the way Joey is, but he was the opposite. He was brilliant, really good coach. I was like quite surprised.
Do you think he's half shot himself in the foot? Like, you know, obviously he went Bristol Rovers. Do you think he could have gone on again with the management instead of going...
Yeah, down the podcast stuff, yeah.
Down there.
I thought he could have went again. Listen, it was his first job as well as a manager. But I can only say, for me, I take people how I see them. You know what I mean? And how I interact with them and how I see them in training and run the building and stuff like that. And he was brilliant. I thought he was a really good coach. No, I'd like to see him get back in. Whether he wants to get back in or not.
Fucking hell, Ross. Jesus Christ, got no chance, man, surely.
No chance.
Fucking hell.
Yeah,
I've got more chance of winning fucking 100 metres at Olympics.
Didn't Hubby have a go back at him, James' husband?
Oh, yeah, he smashed the laptop. Yeah, I think Hubby had a little pop, just basically saying, like, it wasn't right, and he went and got the laptop and basically went through all the clip he was talking about, and he just fucking smashed his computer on the floor. But for me, that's...
So Joey Barton said something to James' husband. James' husband's gone to the laptop, man.
No, I think Hubby's disagreed, you know what I mean? Had a pop back. Joey's went and got the laptop. He's come out with a laptop. Point. Yeah, he's come out with a laptop, yeah.
Oh, so husband snapped.
Who did the smash?
Joey. Yeah, I think that was right, yeah. I think I can vaguely remember. I think that was how it happened. But I think Joey smashed the computer. But for me, that goes on in changing rooms all the time.
Yeah. Training, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's like the fucking book.
It weren't looking.
Yeah, but that was it. As soon as I went there after that year, I think COVID came after that, didn't it? In fact, I went to St Mirren. I had a year at Fleetwood. Went to St Mirren, done a couple of months, but I was already in my head to chuck it. You know what I mean?
You want to go into coaching?
That's why I wanted to go into coaching. Yeah, I was doing nights, doing like the under-14s. I never retired. I had a lot of injuries. I had a couple of knee injuries and that, but I just thought I was the mental one. You know, the Monday to Friday training every day. I just had enough of it. Yeah, I mentally had enough of it. I wasn't physically, I could have carried on. But when COVID hit as well, when I was come back from St Mirren, as soon as COVID hit, that was me, done me. So I just continued on the coaching.
Did you enjoy that?
I loved it. Brilliant. It's the closest thing to playing, isn't it? It was Vincent Kompany, he was the one. When Kompany came in, he allowed all the academy staff to go and spend a week, with the first team, being in the meetings and seeing how we prepared training and all that sort of stuff. And his detail in the meetings when he spoke to the players and that, honestly, it was incredible. So when he went to Bayern Munich, I was like, I can see that. I can see it happening.
Because for a lot of people, it was like, bloody hell, it's a bit of a left field.
Yeah, he went for Burnley to Bayern Munich. It was a strange one, but if you went and seen him work in meetings and stuff, and like you got to spend a bit of time close to the pitch, seeing how he worked, with Craig Bellamy, they were brilliant. They're always coming through, watching under 18s, 21s games, coming in our meetings and saying, like, why don't you do this? They're very, usually academy, they go, you know what I mean? First team academy is quite separate.
Well, I was going to say though, I always have Bellamy down as the most obsessive person ever about football. I just imagine him to be 100 mile an hour. But then I got the impression that Kompany was too much for Bellamy, as in wanted a lot from him. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, they're totally obsessed about football. Yeah, they love it. And if you actually to see the meetings, they go into so much detail in the meetings. You can argue whether it's too much for the level of player and that. You know what I mean? But you just know as soon as you get Bayern Munich job, I was like, yeah, you can see that matching up. Yeah, that sort of elite coaching. You know what I mean?
See, I don't even know what a good coach is. Then me, I don't know what a good coach is.
Coach or manager?
Well, the whole lot.
What would you be then, man manager?
What is I won't even want to even go in down it at all.
No, but if you were,
well, I won't be able to put a session on. So I don't know what's
You have to be a man manager then.
well, yeah. So what makes an elite coach? I don't know. Would you say Alan Irvine were an elite coach?
I'd say so. Just depends what you want. I suppose it's about winning matches, isn't it? I
Suppose you look
matches.
at all the ones right at the top. They all seem to be obsessed, don't they? No, it's not about man management anymore. It's about.
I think it's all head coaches now. It's sort of about the goal kicks, start to play, you build up and all that sort of stuff.
But players are different now.
Players are different, yeah. They're young lads. I think all these, I think when you do the badges through St George's, all these FA courses and that, it's all went down a different route now. So it's sort of evolved, you know what I mean? It's went full circle.
It's gone back the other way now. I think, look at Chris Wood at flipping Forest. We'll save this for another day, I reckon. But
Fucking hell, we're getting down the right rabbit warren, aren't we? Here?
Well, cheers, mate.
turn them lights off, Matty.
Top man, Roscoe.
Although we did get a few comments about some of. I mean, he's calling you out for shooting from silly angles, but a lot of people saying some of the best goals that they've seen have come from yourself. I've got a goal versus Birmingham.
Feel a bit guilty for that one.
Yeah.
Why is that?
This might have been a bit to do with the fact that you might have bought all them shirts. Because
What's this after?
well, so the Birmingham were the second to the last game.
Yeah.
So is this one's for Preston?
So this is for Preston. So I got goal of the season as well as player of the season.
Right.
And this duel were on the Sunday night. Anyway, we played Birmingham on the Saturday, and Kenneth scored from about 140 yard, and then you scored a free kick from 120 yard.
Yeah, Kenneth's goal was a beauty, wasn't it?
Yeah, took your shirt off. We won 2-1 away at Birmingham, which
Yellow
gave
card.
us a chance the following week against QPR. But all the votes had already gone in. so I was the goal of the season. Roscoe, to be fair, crossed it in. I've chested it down and volleyed it from 7 yards.
Yeah.
And that one goal of the season.
Was that free kick better?
Both of them, yeah. Both of them
Yeah.
were country mile better.
Yeah, the voting system was already done by the time we went to the awards, wasn't it?
Roscoe, my goal better than yours. Chuck another 500 quid in for that.
Well, I've got another one v Fulham. I don't know if that were for Sheffield Wednesday.
Yeah, would have been Sheffield.
And then Arsenal in League Cup.
And Arsenal, yeah.
Which were your favourite out of them three?
Probably the Fulham because I think Andy Lonergan was in goal when I spoke to him about this. He was in the goal when I scored that one, yeah. That was a good goal. My favourite one was probably Sheffield Wednesday when we played Brighton in the playoffs.
Right.
Just for the atmosphere, that was a brilliant occasion.
Shut off.
Shirt never came off. I was a little bit heavy.
He got his glasses on. He couldn't even knock his glasses off.
Cheers, mate.
Top man, mate.
Cheers.
Enjoy that, love.
All the best.